Another live stream today. Our guest is an internal guest, Danielle Stout. Danielle, thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone.
So we are live on a new platform called Restream.io, and with Restream, what's been happening over the last couple days is we've been looking at changing the overall setup of our podcasting infrastructure, and and today on this particular video we're going to talk about the different options that we've looked at. It'll be a short video, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, maybe up to 10 minutes. And Danielle has been very helpful and instrumental in getting us here. So thank you, Danielle.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about why we're making the shift. Number one, we're trying to increase the overall visual quality of the podcasts that we're creating. And these are visual podcasts, these are videos. And we're taking clips of them and we're posting them across different places. So we want the initial live stream quality to be there. So that's number one. Number two, there have been some updates and changes in the live streaming space over the last few months since we started using our previous solution, which is StreamYard, which we still have access to. But let's talk a little bit about some of the challenges and some of the things we looked at. So we'll start with StreamYard. StreamYard is a great tool, very easy to use. And if you've seen any of our live videos over the last few months, they've all been recorded on StreamYard. Really easy functionality. You can capture comments and look at what people are saying in real time and toggle the guest speaker depending on where they if they're talking. What's interesting is that Restream.io, this particular tool looks really good as well, and I can actually move the location of where we are on the screen, which I find really interesting. I think, I don't know the actual cost, but I think, so right now this Restream Restream.io costs $99 a month. And I think StreamYard is a little bit less expensive. I think it's a little bit less expensive. I think we ended up paying like $500 a year for StreamYard. When I did the tests, Danielle was telling me that the quality between StreamYard and Restream wins, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, it's fairly similar quality. I noticed a little bit higher quality through Restream, I think, in comparison, but pretty similar interfaces. Easy to use if you're familiar with StreamYard already.
The hands down winner in terms of quality in my mind is Zencaster. And
right.
It is such a great tool, but they are sandbagging the tool. They won't allow us to take away the logo. So they have this really great post-production capability. So if we record this on Zencaster, we can press the post-production button, and basically what happens is out comes a video. The sound is great. The video looks great. The only thing that kills me is there's no way to get rid of the Zencaster logo unless I would want to go in and manually crop the video frame, which makes no sense. Ultimately, it's too much unnecessary work.
Yeah.
And Zencaster, and I'm kind of clear on the reason why. The reason why is because Zencaster is in beta for video. They're primarily focused in on audio production, and the challenge is they're in beta. But man, I would 100% use Zencaster if they could take away the logo. Now the challenge is Zencaster cannot do live streaming. So you lose the live streaming functionality, but you get overall better quality of the video, which for our purposes makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, Zencaster, if you're watching this, let us know when that watermark feature is taken away, and we'll have to look at it again, because by far it seemed like we were super happy with that.
Yeah, I emailed them. The quality is fantastic. Yeah. The other tools that we looked at, there's so I think one of the founders of Reddit, Alex Ohanian, I think he's funding a tool called Riverside, which we looked at. It looks good. But the quality seems to be better on Restream. We looked at, and I didn't even test it out. There's another one called Samba. There's another one called Iris. And again, Iris, that looked good, but I don't know, there's some issues with it and it didn't kind of work. So I just push it aside. There's another one we use called Clean Feed, but I found out that's just audio. I checked out Vimeo live stream, which seems like a really good thing. I couldn't figure out how to get a guest onto it. And I already have a Vimeo subscription, the ability to use Vimeo, so that's good. But it just seemed too complicated. I just didn't want to allocate the time and resources to figure it out. And then there's another one called Switcher Studio, which is interesting. They present it as a solution for all kinds of things, like live streaming of like the thing that stuck out to me because it's like unique to me is like not unique, but it's like something I don't think about very often. But like worship, like you go to church and like live stream it with Switcher Studio, which sounds great, and music and dance and recitals and all that stuff. But again, in my frenetic energy trying to figure it out, I couldn't figure it out. I connected to Facebook. I tried to do a few things and I just couldn't turn it on. So I moved away from that. So what this looks like is we're going to be moving forward with Restream.io. And they were actually nice enough to reach out to me a couple months ago to do some influencer stuff for them, and I totally just didn't do it. I'm a flake like that. I got busy with work. Work is priority, and but I wanted to.
Now's the time.
Now's the time. Now's the time. Now we're gonna go all in, and I'm gonna pay for it now because that's just okay.
Much more to report on now that we're giving it a go.
What's interesting about what I've been thinking about all of these months since I've been thinking about Restream is that there's two things that are very interesting. So number one, the quality level, which we already discussed. Number two is the analytics seem to be a little bit more interesting on Restream. So for example, if I stream on a number of different platforms, there will be an analytics review that I can, an analytics screen that I can look at that will actually tell me the total number of viewers across the different platforms, which StreamYard doesn't have. So that's really interesting because like we want to go back to our guests and tell them how many people saw it live. And we just don't have the ability to do that really well in StreamYard. And they also have access to many more streaming locations, which is really interesting. So like, oops, and I almost closed this by accident. Don't leave. Okay. And I guess I can't move away from it, but like you can connect to a lot more sort of long tail streaming platforms, which not that particularly interesting, but I think you also have the ability to connect many more streaming locations that in one stream. And I think the account that I was on StreamYard limited to 5 or something or 6, but here I could do like 10 or 15.
That's great. That's
so
really cool.
3 Facebook pages and accounts that I want to connect to. So that makes a difference.
Yeah, that's huge. That's awesome.
But the quality has to be there. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the quality here. I see us both really well. Like some of the platforms we were trying out had a slight lag, delay, and that was distracting. And at first we were thinking, oh, maybe it's the internet connection. And then we kind of figured out, oh, it's the platform itself. So I really like this one so far. The quality's great. It's really intuitive to use. And so I'm happy with it. It seems like some great features that we're gaining in comparison to StreamYard that we were using before.
Yeah, and actually I just figured out a faster way to update all the titles and descriptions as we were on this.
Awesome. I like that there's a chat right on the right-hand side for my view as well. So that way, any messages from the audience, I can see them right here. I can see both of us. It's just a nice consolidated view for the user.
And this is similar to what I see in StreamYard is I can actually see which destination, which of the streaming destinations are generating views at this very moment. So like right now I have 2 on my personal feed, 1 on Brill Media, 2 on Twitter, 1 on Twitch. That's cool.
That's cool. That's great info to have. Yeah.
All right, we will conclude it. Thanks everyone for watching. This was a test run here on Restream. Thank you for being our guest of the day, Danielle.
Thank you. It was fun.
Talk to you soon. Bye.